Hi, everyone. Welcome to English 101 Week 1 for 101 IN9 Summer 2020. So, my name's Laura Boville. I'm going to be your instructor for this course. I'm super excited to have you here and just going to go over a little bit of introductory information for our class. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll hopefully keep it short and sweet. So, first of all, a little bit about me. Like I said, my name's Laura Boville. I've been an assistant English professor at SWIC on the Granite City campus for a year. My email is listed here. As you can see from this picture, I really love baking. I am also a big proponent of yoga and running and traveling. I have a lot of fun hobbies that I can't really do a lot right now with COVID happening, but I'm really glad to get back kind of even in the virtual classroom for the summer. Um, we are also going to have individual meetings for us to meet one-on-one starting in week 2 of our course. But until then, if you need me, my office hours are from 10 to 10:50 Tuesday and Thursday or by appointment. So just shoot me an email, let me know what you need, and I will get back to you. I check my email pretty regularly. So some of you hopefully have been on Blackboard already. If not, by the time you get this video, our Blackboard course will be live. So you can either go to eStorm or blackboard.spic.edu. When you log in, you'll see this page. On the front page, it'll say announcements in big letters at the bottom. And this is where I'm going to post all of the weekly updates for our course. And then on the left-hand side, you'll see this menu. It's got our schedule, the syllabus, and then our course content. You're going to find most of what you need under where it says week 1 through 6. Okay, so I have everything, all of our readings, all of the assignments loaded into our course, but they will become available week by week. All right, because I want you guys to kind of have the ability to focus narrowly, even though the 6 weeks is going to go by zoom, zoom, zoom. I want you guys to kind of focus on each assignment as it comes. All right, so to start, our assignments for week 1. You'll have some readings to do and a reading quiz. The reading quizzes are open-ended, a lot of short answer questions just about the readings you had. And there is always a space for me to ask you, how are you doing this week? What's up with the assignments? Any questions for me specifically? So it's really important that you don't skip these reading quizzes. I use them for attendance, but also just to check in and for you guys to have an opportunity to tell me if you need anything. It's going to be a discussion board. In our syllabus, there's an explanation of the rubric, how I grade these. But essentially, it's about 2 to 3 paragraphs, usually on a question about you. Our first one is about introducing yourself using a concept, which we'll talk about in a minute. And then our essay 1 for this week, which I will also go over in just a second. So these are the 4 major assignments you've got for this first week. I know it seems like maybe 4 is a lot. However, some of them are smaller, and if you do a little bit every day, you're going to be fine. I know that the course can maybe seem like a lot, especially over the summer. We do have a lot to get through, but I'm confident that all of you are very capable and that you can do this. That's why it's important to log into Blackboard early, often. Please, please, please do not wait. Do not wait until Thursday at midnight to start working on the things that we have on Friday. It's just not going to end well. So essay 1. What we're working on for this first week is this assignment. So I'm going to read you, this is a snippet from the assignment sheet. For essay 1, you'll choose a concept, principle, or belief to explain, define, and explore why is it significant to you as a writer. Give a personal definition to your concept by answering the question, what is X? Whew. Probably need to read that 3 or 4 more times. I know it sounds dense, but essentially you're choosing a concept. And a concept is something that you can't point to, but an idea that we sort of collectively as a society agree on. So concepts are words like freedom, failure, fear, education, discrimination, human rights. The list goes on. What you're going to do is choose one of these concepts that has a meaning to you personally. I've had students choose words like agriculture because that's what their job is in. I've had students choose to talk about change because they had a lot of change happening in their life in that year. I've really had some interesting ideas come out of this essay. So what I encourage you all to do is to think about who am I as a person and what is a concept that really speaks to me individually. So for me as a teacher, I might choose education and what I think that means, or I might choose just what it means to be a teacher. Um, I've had students talk about what it means to be a parent, if that is an experience that you have, what it means to be a mother, a father. Honestly, I know that I said something you can't point to. We can point to somebody and be like, they're a father. But, you understand that what it means to be a father is different based on your family, based on how you grew up, based on where you are. So that's the point of this essay. So this essay is going to help us practice writing a thesis, which we're going to practice in a second, introducing your concept, so how you start, and then using examples from your own experience and observations to support your idea. So I really encourage you guys to think of a concept that you personally have experience with. I cannot stress this enough. A lot of people might choose, let's say, love, but have a really hard time actually using their experience to talk about it. So I encourage you to think of maybe more unique concepts to you. Um, so speaking of thesis statements, this is the focus of week 1. A thesis statement needs to be specific, focused, and debatable. So this means that you have chosen something clear like a concept, that what you're talking about that concept is focused, and that what you're saying about it overall is not, I don't want to say boring, but it's not obvious, okay? Because nobody wants to read an essay that says, well, love is when you love someone. Okay. And really the goal is to talk about it in a more interesting way. So a thesis statement is usually one sentence. It's not a question. It identifies the subject of your paper and it takes a stand rather than simply announcing. Like I said with the love, love is when you love someone. Well, that's true. But what about love makes it important? What makes it significant? What makes it different for you? So we're going to look at a couple examples. This is one example. These are all examples from students I've had in class, and I'm sharing these with full permission. So a couple examples. Self-care is taking care of yourself mentally and physically. What do you think? Well, for me, this is not really specific yet. I think it tells you it's talking about self-care, but what about it? That it's mental and physical? Well, okay. But really, this is just sort of skimming the surface of what self-care could be. Um, this next example, this person chose skilled. So they said, my definition of skill is having an expertise in a certain field or activity. You can be skilled in a number of ways, like being good at solving puzzles or being good at video games or if you're an organized person. Okay, well, it's getting closer. I think it's narrowing, it's becoming more focused. It does definitely give me some examples of what skilled means. But the one thing this is missing is that it's not really debatable. I mean, if I were to present this idea to a classroom of people, would most people agree that this is what it means to be skilled? Yeah, probably. And but as like the first idea for your outline this week, if this is where you get to, this is great. And hopefully when you get that outline to me, I can kind of help you to sort of push it a little further. And then this last example is one that I thought really did hit that debatable nail on the head. So this person said, since freedom is a privilege, it can be taken away. And no one knows that more than incarcerated people. Dang. Whoa. This is definitely specific, talking about freedom. It's focused. It tells me that freedom is a privilege, which they could definitely stand on. And then it's debatable because they're saying that no one knows what freedom means more than those who've had it taken away. Ooh, ooh, buddy. That is awesome. So this is the goal. And I know that in a week that we are going to have much better understanding of how to do this as you guys move through the assignments for this week. Some ideas to introduce your concept. You might start with a story, give a quote, start with the formal definition, describe why the concept is important. These are all ideas that you're also going to read about in the readings for this week. Just remember the audience, this guy, and what might appeal to really think about, like, assume you're speaking to your peers. What would interest them? So some of you may have used MLA format in the past. I would like the essay for this week to be in MLA format, but it's not going to be a huge portion of the grade. I just wanted to introduce it if it's something that's new to you. So MLA is a way to make the look of your essay uniform. So a few features. You've got this header up in the left-hand corner. It's got your name, your professor's name, me, and then the name of the course and the date. Up in the right-hand corner, you've got the last name and page number. You'll see there's a title here in the front center, and everything is in Times New Roman 12-point font. All right, so you don't bold the title, you don't underline anything. It's all going to look very basic. These are some points to remember. I will post this PowerPoint on Blackboard for you to use. And another thing I'm going to post is a template. So you can actually download the paper and just delete what you don't need and plug in your name and information where it needs to go. So don't worry, just understand that MLA is a way to organize and structure your writing so that your reader focuses more on your ideas than on how the writing looks. So this is all of the information for week 1. I know that was maybe a lot. I tried to keep it short. It'll probably be our longest one for the semester, hopefully. Fingers crossed. But if you have any questions, please shoot me an email. I'll be reaching out to each of you to set up a Zoom appointment for week 2, just to kind of check in and see how you're doing. But I want you to know that you are not alone. You are in this together with me and together with the other classmates that you have. You'll be interacting, a lot on our discussion board. So that's why I encourage you to get on often. And I will talk to you soon.